Hello and welcome to Football Manager 2021. I've got to make sure I get that correct because I'm going to keep saying 2020 probably for the next 2 weeks, I reckon. It is the beta. The beta has arrived. This is going to be my first real save on the game. I've literally played about an hour. I've played one football match on a completely different save and lost 2-1 against Chelsea. So yeah, this is going to be my first real attempt at Football Manager 2021. And here we are then. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it beautiful? A lovely purple. I do like a good purple me. We are obviously going to be in charge of Southampton. Now, as this is the beta, it is literally the day after the beta has come out. I haven't done anything when it comes to face packs or anything like that. What I will likely do, Season 1 will be completely fresh. There will be no face packs, there will be no logo packs, no nothing. I will just be playing this game as normal. As this is the beta, we do have this report bug button just above my head here. If we come across any problems, I will be using that. That is something that I will need to make sure that I do because that's the point of the beta. People seem to forget and they kind of think that this is the actual game and they should just have fun. That's not really what it's for. However, this save is not going to be about, look at all the fancy new features of Football Manager 2021, because I don't know half of them. This save is going to be more of a traditional Let's Play, which is something that I'm kind of, that's what I enjoy doing. I'm not big for pointing out new features. If we find any and see stuff, great, I will do that. Otherwise, we're just going to play Football Manager. So then, as you can obviously see, we are in charge of Southampton. My team, Southampton. I'll do that. See, here we go. I actually own the shirt and everything. It's last year's. I haven't bought this year's because I'm not made of money. Obviously, some of the things that we do at the very start of a brand new save is we click this finances button and see that we've got no money at all. And obviously, a lot of this is down to the whole COVID situation. So we've only got £1.5 million to spend, but we will have 25.52 at least next season. We do have a bit of wiggle room as well in the wage budget, although because it is day one, we can't do a single thing. The club vision then it's fairly simple. I say simple, I say that with 7 club culture items up there. Develop players through the youth system, which makes sense. Sign young players, which makes sense. Don't sign old players, sign young players. So there's a lot of about the ages of footballers, which is fine. And then possession, attacking and entertaining football, which is hopefully something that will happen. What will happen is we'll probably be sacked come the end of Season 1, because that is usually what happens in every single beta save that I do. In the 5-year plan, again, fairly straightforward. They want us to be mid-table, they want us to be top half, they want us to be top half, and then in 5 years' time, maybe get into the Europa League. So there's not really a huge amount of expectation here, which is actually quite good, because I'm not going to be very good at this game at all. I will tell you the truth right now, there is a lot of this game that I will very rarely touch, training being one of the main parts. I will do individual training, I will not bother with team training, it's too complicated for me. So I'm basically going to use the staff responsibilities and delegate a lot of things for basically my assistant manager, who I might even get rid of because he's Ralph Hasenhüttl's best mate. So yeah, basically I'm going to get a load of other people to do some of the more tedious jobs, I think. Tactics then. Now, I am not very good at tactics, and you'll probably see throughout the course of this save why I'm not very good at tactics. I have decided to set up 3 tactics, and they are the basic of basic tactics. They are literally, I've gone and used one of their default settings. So we've got a 4-4-2 wing play, which I think kind of fits how Southampton currently play. They kind of play a bit more of a gegenpress, which we will get to in a minute. This kind of works with for the players that we've got 4 defenders, not central defenders, 4 defenders, we've got midfielders, we've got wingers, obviously, with players like Redmond and Walcott and so on. We've then got Danny Ings and Shay Adams as our strikers. We've got Michael Obafemi, Shane Long as well, who can deputise as well. So we've got we can play a 4-4-2, an good old-fashioned Mike Bassett style 4-4-2. And then this is my tweaked version of the 4-4-2, which also incorporates the gegenpress. We've pushed up the wingers a bit further forward, up the sides. That's pretty much all I've done. The roles I'm not sure on yet. They will definitely change. Probably what will happen is this one here will be Oriol Romeu, who will become a ball-winning midfielder on defend. This one will probably be James Ward-Prowse as a box-to-box on support. So I will be tweaking them. And then we have our third one, which I might stick with. And you might think that's a bit of a strange formation with the 2 strikers. I say 2 strikers, 1 striker and a shadow striker. This would be Danny Ings. Danny Ings will be the shadow striker, and then possibly Shay Adams or someone. I mean, we could even play Redmond as a deep line forward. Apparently that's the better solution, because Ings is a 3.5 star sort of role suitability as that shadow striker, which I think, if we look, right, this is me delving into the new features here, if we work out, looking at this little image here, the little circle man, that is Danny Ings. This is what I kind of want Danny Ings to be doing. He's the one getting the goals. So I want him sat behind the main striker who's just kind of getting in the way, setting up the goals. That's kind of the plan. It won't work. It definitely won't work. Now, I obviously haven't had time to go through and set up my squad views, so we just have to deal with this for the moment. I like to have my stars and my individual training and stuff like that all in one place so I can see. Obviously, we've got a lot of players out on loan. Angus Gunn, Wesley Hoot, Mario Lamina, Jake Hesketh, El Yanusi. We've also got a few players in the under-23s as well out on loan, which should be a B team. It's not a B team. They haven't made it a B team. If we have a quick look, it's just an under-23s. We're a B team now. I don't know what the difference is, if I'm honest. I've been looking at the squad, and I don't think we need to do a huge amount of strengthening, which is a bit of a lie. I think realistically we probably do need a couple more players. But then again, we have signed Mohamed Salisu, who we've never seen him play. He's not played for Southampton in real life at the moment. He could be just invisible. We don't know. But he looks reasonable, so I don't think we need another central defender. We've also got Ibrahima Diallo, who's come off the bench a couple of times, but not really long enough to make an impact. Again, looks reasonably decent, 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. So I don't think we really need to buy too many players. The only thing we do need, realistically, is backup for Bertrand. Ryan Bertrand is our only left-back. We do have, can we see, is it reports? Maybe that will show us. So we can't quite see because my head's in the way. Hold on, we can do things here. We can do things. We can, that one, there we go. So, you can see we've got Bertrand, Walker-Peters and Sam McQueen. Sam McQueen is injured. He's injured for about 4 months. Walker-Peters is a right back. We need a backup left back. We've got Jake Vokins in the under-23s, who probably isn't good enough, so we might look at possibly loaning in a backup left back. That might be the plan. It's been a few more days and we've got one of our first proper fancy new features that I kind of do want to show off. Not show off in the sense of, hey, look at how cool it is, because I'm probably going to use these a lot more because they've clearly put a lot of effort into doing the meetings and the press conferences and stuff like that. And I actually want to try them out. Usually I just go, just send the assistant, or you just blindly click the right answers. You know what the right answers are, but there's clearly a little bit more into this now. So I guess we just jump right in. We've only got one option. I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce myself to you as the new Southampton manager. People look encouraged. That is good to see. The team leader, James Ward-Prowse, and current club captain, I believe. Welcome. I'm pleased to see you in charge and hope your reign is long and successful. So, we can promise some things. We can promise improvements to the squad, youth and transfers, staff coaching, or neutral. I assume neutral's not a good thing. I assume you don't really want to just jump in and go, I don't know what I'm doing. You want to turn around and go, right, what we're going to do is we're going to, this one here, youth and transfers. I'm going to give youth a chance this season and young players will get the chance to impress. That is basically what I do. That is how I play Football Manager. So I think that's what we're going to go with. People seem pleased, satisfied, a few very happy. Callum Slattery is thrilled, which is good. I think that could work, definitely. Thank you very much, James Ward-Prowse. What else? We can promise some more things. The squad, this season, I'll be looking to reduce the size of the squad. That's not true. I know the backroom team needs to be improved. I'm not sure, if I'm perfectly honest. If there is anyone interested in taking up coaching courses, sure. That's good to know. Anyone want? No? No, nobody wanted coaching courses? I might be alone in thinking, but I'm not bothered about that promise. Well, to be fair, you like 12. A couple of people did. Romeo is content and McCarthy is encouraged. So I assume maybe they both want to take coaching courses. I feel like I should probably cut this short before I break anything too much further. What else are we going to do? We'll just say we're done for now. Absolutely. Promises aren't always easily defined, so we need some tangible targets for the season. Right. Top half or mid-table. That's the two options really, isn't it? I think we can do top half. Okay, some people seemed good. Quite a few people were satisfied. A few people disappointed. Shane Long, I think it's a bit unrealistic to be thinking about finishing in the top half. No, I disagree. I think we can achieve this. A lot of people were offended. Okay, we're good. We're doing great at these meetings. This is good to see. I think I'm going to just go with this one here. That wasn't the overall reaction I was going for, although I'm grateful for those of you who do agree with me. And, okay, convince. What else? What are we doing now? I still think you're being unrealistic about what we can achieve. Okay. Well, I mean, shut up, Shane Long. You're insulted. I'm insulted about you, Shane Long. Maybe you're not going to be here for too much longer. We'll be aiming for the latter. Good account. Just a good account, I think. I can't think of anything else. Anything to say. Well, don't say anything, Shane. Why are you butting in all the time? I guess you are a team leader. I guess this is the final question then, which I'm just going to say. I respect that each of you has your own opinions, and we'll just walk away. Code of conduct. Sure, I mean, I just clicked the middle, well, the only option, and everyone seemed thrilled and encouraged. I don't think it will make much difference. That's fine. That's fine. That's a great response. That is a great response. So, in the end, Shane Long was thrilled. I mean, he went from, because we gave him a code of conduct, he went from being really angry to being thrilled. And then we get this little bit of feedback as well at the end. So, Richard Kitzbichler, who I think is our assistant manager, on the whole, I believe the players were happy with the promises made, with a few of them being very well received. Okay. Players are also largely happy with the expectations you laid out, apart from Shane Long. Shane Long didn't seem happy about anything at all. And the code of conduct is fine. Your attempt to convince Armstrong appeared to be very well received. Stuart Armstrong loves me. Fair enough. The conversation appeared to have a positive effect on the morale. Stevens' morale as well. Callum Slattery, not so good. Callum Slattery, not so good. Where is Slats? Where are you? I don't even know where you are on the list. I mean, you didn't really change too much. You just body language of negative. Oh, that's interesting as well. So, the promises to play youth players. Shane Long, Danny Ings, Ward-Prowse, Romeo and Stuart Armstrong all want me to be playing youth players this season. Probably shouldn't have promised too many things, should I? And Romeo and Alex McCarthy want some coaching courses, which is what I expected. That's good. I've made some form of squad view, by the way. I'm working on it. So, Alex McCarthy. We've also got lots of people on trial. Don't worry about that. Alex McCarthy. How do we do the development contract? That one. Coaching course. You want a coaching course? The board will get back to me shortly. Okay. And the other one was Romeo, who you can have a coaching course. Do they both want to do the coaching courses? Fraser Forster? Did I just do it for Forster and not McCarthy? Okay, I did it for Forster and not McCarthy. Well, they're all doing them. They're all working on coaching courses. That's good. Can we do it for Bertrand as well? Just like the old players. Shane Long? Maybe Shane Long. Shane, do you want a coaching course? You definitely don't want a coaching course. Okay. Nor does Ryan Bertrand, by the looks of it. Fair enough. Another day, another meeting. This time, it is the press conference to announce me as the new manager. This is quite interesting. Likely talking points. Your new job, and I'm encouraged to answer questions on this subject, which makes perfect sense because I am the new manager. My management style, relationship to the board, Mohamed Salisu and James Ward-Prowse. Fair enough. And there's 7 journalists. So, what is this like then? So, we've got a whole bunch of people at the bottom there. We've got Brooke Elsom, who is the press officer. I don't know whether that is the real press officer. Hold on, do they exist? Can I click on them? I can't click on them, but then again, I can't click on anyone. Right, so, let's kick off with the first question from Jeff Nightingale, Football 365. Can you share some thoughts on what it means for you to become the manager of Southampton? We've got these options as well, which I haven't really done. Praise. Kind of outstretched arms. I'm not sure why we'd have outstretched arms. I'm looking forward to getting to work. There's a lot to do here, but I'm proud to be given the opportunity. That seems reasonable. People are reserved and neutral. You stand here today, unveiled as the new Southampton manager. As a big fan of the club, surely this must be a dream come true. I've dreamt of this moment for years. Erno Lakanen from Goal. Many people think that Southampton's wage budget is simply too small for you to bring in the high-quality players needed to improve the team. Are you going to approach your chairman and ask him to increase the wage budget? Probably not right now. I'll work with what I got. No plans at all. I mean, we'll just work with it. It's fine. You get help from relatively close by. Southampton, it's not relatively, it is. It's the same city. I was born in Southampton. Does that help you at all in getting the fans on your side? Maybe. I don't know. Point finger. What do these mean? Smile warmly. A warm, smiling gesture, or a warm, genuine smile. I'm just making up, I'm reading it, but actually saying other things. Endearing oneself to the room. We'll do that. We'll endear ourselves so we can't disagree. I think it can only help. It gives me an immediate bond with the supporters, and we can go from there. Good. What do you think of the Southampton squad? It's alright. Is there an option? It's alright. Oh, hold on. Additional comments. Oh, that's where you can write your own things in. and then we can say no comment, which I imagine they're not going to be best pleased with. I intend to give everyone ample opportunity to show what they can do. Yeah. Have you had a chance to meet the players yet? I have. They're excited for a fresh start. We'll just go with that one. That seems to make sense. Just basically sitting on the fence and being the good guy at the moment. How important are the Southampton fans as the club strives for the next level? I have to show the fans I'm the right person to manage this team. I think we'll go with that one. Where do you think you can take this club? Probably borderline relegation, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I'm just going to convince we'll take things one day at a time and see where that takes us. Will you be looking towards the likes of Mohamed Salisu as the focal point of this team now? Maybe, I don't know. We haven't even kicked a ball yet. Give me a minute. We have a very talented squad and we'll need each player to perform to their fullest. That seems to be good. Will you keep James Ward-Prowse as captain? Yes, I will be keeping him as captain. Thank you very much. Everyone is neutral and Jeff is reserved. And Brooke Elsom says, I think the press conference was just fine. Thank you very much. It's the day of the first match of the season at home against Newcastle United. We have got some transfer dealings to discuss. I think I've brought in 5 players in total and a whole load of children have basically just gone out on loan as well. So then, joining the club, first up is a player who I managed in Football Manager 20 with Sampdoria. It's Andrea Bertolacci, 29 years of age, Italian central midfielder. He's been brought in basically for a little bit more depth in the middle of the pitch. He's not going to get a lot of football. He's come in as a squad player. He's cost absolutely nothing and only getting paid £10,000 a week. I think that's a bloody good signing. Another player who's not going to get a lot of football and has cost absolutely nothing is Kieran Freeman, formerly of Sheffield United, played there last season, didn't play a lot last season, I think he only played twice in the Premier League for them. He's come in as a backup right back for Kyle Walker-Peters. We have loaned out Jan Valery, who was our second right back, so yeah, Freeman is basically come in. Also, he can play as a left back if we need him to. Another left back is Tyreek Mitchell, the Crystal Palace fullback, has joined on loan until the end of the season. He will be a backup for Ryan Bertrand, basically. Nice and simple, probably won't get a lot of football. If he's any good, we might try and sign him at the end of the season, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of Tyreek. Another free transfer is Hugo Morales, a player who my scouts went, hey, look at this guy, and I went, seems pretty good. So I brought him in. He is 19 years old. He's French. He's not going to play for us for at least a season. Going to sit in the under-23s. He looks all right, though. He's got a bit of potential as well. 3.5-star potential, possibly. And finally, a player that we spent some money on, and I'm an idiot. Ryan Porteous is a 21-year-old Scottish central defender. He's young. He's good enough for the first team, or close enough, good enough for the first team. And part of the deal was he went back on loan to Hibs for the season. So we're not going to see him. He's signed on a permanent deal for just over £1 million, I think. 1.4, it's a part exchange. We'll come on to who left the club in a moment. But yeah, Ryan Porteous is decent, but we don't get to see him. Leaving the club then, you can see the list there. Will Smallbone going on loan to Middlesbrough, Jan Valery to West Brom, Dan Unlandulu going to Luton. Oliver Wright is the player who's gone to Hibs on a permanent deal as part of the Ryan Porteous deal. Oliver Wright, by the way, is a young goalkeeper. I don't think he was ever going to be any good, so I was just not going to miss him. So yeah, Oliver Wright has gone. Porteous, as we have mentioned, Slattery and Obafemi also going out on loan to Coventry and Barnsley respectively. Now, as it is the first game of the season, we've got our first pre-match press conference. Now, I'm fully aware that this video is going to be about half an hour long. So, what I might do is I might edit most of this out, if that's okay. So far, a lot of these questions have been about injuries and players not at the club. So, we're talking about Wesley Hoot now. He's not playing at Lazio. I don't care. He's got to deserve the football. We've also got a couple of the press conference attendees, Lewis McCart and Robbie Williamson, who are downcast. I don't really know why they're downcast. Oh, now they're picking on me for the amount of players I've got out on loan. I didn't do that. I did do that. I loaned out like 7. Well, that was nice and quick. Basically, standard press conference. Most people, like, these did change a small amount, but not a lot. I don't think the press conferences are going to add a huge amount. I think the new signing press conferences are quite interesting. I think possibly post-match is probably more interesting because you can then talk about how the match went and how you thought the match went and things like that. But pre-match, particularly at the moment where we haven't even played a game, I don't see a huge amount of need for them at the moment. Brooke Elsom, what she said, I think the press conference was just fine. Thank you very much. I feel like I've done more press conferences in Football Manager 21 than I ever did in Football Manager 20. So then, this is the new start of match screen, I guess, the tactical meeting. which I will probably ignore for the most part because we haven't selected our team, so this bit here is irrelevant. I don't care about that. They've also said to make players who are unfit available for the under-23s, which kind of makes sense. I mean, we may as well do that. I'm not going to do this on the build-up. This is more of a thing when you pick your team. But it's something new, isn't it? So then, the starting lineup that we are going to go for. Annoyingly with this, you can't see the formation. It just kind of goes, here's a list of players. So it will be Alex McCarthy in goal. The back four will be Walker-Peters on the right, Bertrand on the left, Bednarek and Mohamed Salisu in the middle of the pitch. Romeo and Ward-Prowse will be the central midfielders. Walcott on the right, Redmond on the left. Danny Ings will be playing as a shadow striker with Shay Adams playing as I think I put him as a pressing forward. I think that's what we're going for. The press officer has also said Philip Wynne is happy that Redmond is starting. Someone, Adi Collishaw, is disappointed that Romeo is starting. Pretty excited for this is Eva. Good job. And Ollie Rastrick would love to be out there playing on days like this. Well, good job, Ollie. Oh, and now we do the weird team talk. I understand what they're trying to do here, but it's very confusing. It's these ones. It's these ones up here. I'd rather have them just down here because we're not sat in the room with them. They're not around me. But I kind of get what they're trying to do. So my assistant recommends give the fans their money's worth. Okay, what do we do? Hands on hips, hands in pockets. Reluctantly. Pumps fists. What is that? Is that like, come on. Is that what that is? I mean, we'll try it. We'll try it. Give them their money's worth. No one cared. Okay, well, good team talk. Good team talk, everybody. Great team talk. Oh, we've got Lewis McCart, Sky Sports News. You're about to make your managerial debut. Can you sum up your feelings on an occasion like this? It's a special day. Sure, we'll go with that. My relationship with Steve Bruce, we stay out of each other's way. I don't like Steve Bruce. I'm starting a rivalry. You heard it here first. Are you confident Danny Ings will perform today? I'm always confident. I certainly trust him. Given Bertrand's lack of fitness, he'll be fine. I think he can last the full match. Don't worry about Bertrand. Here we go then. Here we go. The brand new match engine. I say brand new. I don't know if it's brand new or just tweaked. But we've obviously got the brand new screen, which I'm not sure on at the moment. I'm sure it will grow on me, but I'm not 100% certain at the moment. I've hopefully set up all my speeds and highlights and whatnot to sensible numbers. We've got possibly an early chance. Walcott's running down the right, trying to get a bit of space. Walker-Peters behind him. Is Walcott going to cross this in? We've got 4 in the box. Walcott's been kicked. We've got a penalty after just 30 seconds. Hold on. Oh, we're going to VAR. We're going to VAR. Are we still... Is there a skip button? I don't want to have to watch this every time we do VAR. Oh, checking VAR. Penalty review. Look at that. Fancy graphic. It will be a penalty. It will be a penalty. Unless they've changed it, actually. Because every time they went to VAR before, we do have ourselves a penalty. Yeah, every time they went to VAR before, it was always in favour. So it was always a penalty, foul, whatever, offside, the lot. Danny Ings steps up then, literally a minute and a half on the clock into the Premier League season. And Danny Ings puts us 1-0 up. I'm the greatest manager on the face of planet Earth. And then this is the little screen that we get in between highlights, which I don't fully understand what it means. Oh my word, what's happened here? Hold on. Lots of things have turned up and a highlight. Well, what's the highlight first? Arsenal have taken the lead against West Brom. Lacazette with the goal. Wilson's going to get it. No, he doesn't. Salisu does. Redmond collects the ball from Fraser's miscontrol. Redmond's in the centre circle. Down this right-hand side seems to be where we want to go. Redmond's still going. He's been tackled. Walcott collects it. The Everton loanee, Walker-Peters crosses in. Redmond's there. We're 2-0 up. We're not even 10 minutes on the clock. I am the greatest manager on the face of planet Earth. I keep telling you this. So the other things that have come up there seem to be just goal updates and league updates and things like that. Romeo's going to hopefully get there first. He doesn't. Almiron's there. St. Maximin gets the ball back from Clark. Lumps it upfield. Wilson's not going to get there. Now Ward-Prowse with it for us in the middle. Shay Adams plays it back to Salisu. Now Bertrand forward. Finds Redmond. Is he going to cut inside like he did before? Over the top towards Walcott. It was actually more of a shot, I think, straight into the hand of Carl Darlow. Highlight has carried on with St. Maximin going down the left-hand side, getting past Walker-Peters into the penalty area, goes for a curling effort, hits it wide of the post. Still 2-0 up in our first game of the season. We're looking good, I think. 18 minutes now. Wilson with the ball, gets it off Walcott, plays it to Fraser, who I think Ward-Prowse somehow cleared the ball. John Joe Shelvey. How was John Joe Shelvey still a Premier League footballer? I don't understand. Finds Wilson. No, he doesn't. Yep. Salisu. Salisu, buddy. That was definitely your mistake there. Callum Wilson gets a goal on his debut. It's 2-1 But that was 100% a Mohamed Salisu cock-up. If in doubt, put it out. Just smash the ball straight into the stands. Don't know why I did that. Highlights straight after the goal. Have we got this on extended highlights? I don't think we have. No, we're on key highlights. So, a lot is happening so far in this game. Almiron's going to possibly get on the end of that. No, he doesn't. Alex McCarthy does a weird little sliding save to collect the ball. So he rolls it out to Bednarek. Forward to Walker-Peters. In the middle is no one. Fair enough. Finds Ward-Prowse, actually. Not a bad ball. Lovely pass as well. Finds Redmond. He can run down that left-hand side. He's got 2 in the box. 2 more joining as well in the shape of Ward-Prowse and possibly Romeo. It's Danny Ings. Redmond's there. Redmond's effort just goes wide of the far post. It's actually... I like the match engine. The match engine is quite nice. There's a lot of... it's a bit more exciting, I think. It's a corner now for Newcastle. Fraser takes it. Bednarek heads clear. Isaac Hayden will be chasing that one down. Manchester United have taken the lead against Crystal Palace. A few other goals as well going in around the country. Sadio Mane scoring for Liverpool and Miguel Almiron scoring for Newcastle. It's 2-2. I was too busy looking around at the other things that are going on the screen. Wasn't paying attention to the fact that they've just scored a goal. So what's happening? Are we just defending badly? Looking at the match ratings, I don't think we are. Salusa's on a 6-6, but that's probably more down to his cock-up for the first goal. We do have the shouts. The shouts have changed. I've given them a focus. Is that concentrate? I mean, we can't tell what happens with their body language because it doesn't tell us anywhere now. The header from Kieran Clark goes over the bar. 5 minutes left of the first half. Yeah, we can't see body language. What is this? Sorry, what is this? Shorter passing. Do it. Or not, maybe. Ward-Prowse with the corner. Walcott's there. Oh, Theo nearly got his first goal in his second stint at the club just before half-time. Did we click the do it? I think we did get the do it away. Still not quite at half-time. Walker-Peters to Walcott once again, who won the penalty in the first minute of the game. Hayden's stolen it. Walcott stolen it back. Danny Ings edge of the penalty area. Back to Walker-Peters. He's going to cross it. Finds Ings with a bit of space. He's gone for goal. And Danny Ings with his second of the game. We go in at half-time then with a 3-2 lead. And me playing Danny Ings as a shadow striker seems to kind of be working. I mean, he scored 1 goal from that position. The other one was a penalty. That doesn't really count. So then at half-time, we should be battering them. Judging by... I mean, I don't understand what this means, really, but we should be battering them. The amount of chances we've had, we should be battering them. I mean, I think the higher the vertical line is, the more likely it was to be a goal. So with the penalty, it's effectively a 50-50, isn't it? It's either in or out. There is no 2 ways about it. And yeah, we've had so many chances. Newcastle haven't done much at all, but we're only 1 goal up. Oh my word, here's some more things. I've never seen these before. So we've got the XG thing, the shot map, which the pink ones are obviously decent chances. That's not where he took his penalty from. He should have taken it from the penalty spot. So, and these are obviously Newcastle's one where they scored, which is a low XG, and they scored, which is a low XG. I mean, that's not good, is it? Right, team talk time then. Do we point finger? Assertively do think. Nobody cared. Everyone's still calm. Walker-Peters is confident. We'll just go into the second half. Right, we're going to look at doing a sub. I'm going to look at taking Walker off. He's on a 6-5. Adams is on a 6-6. So we'll do Gineppo. Can we do it from here? I don't think we can. We have to go here. It seems a bit pointless, that bar down the bottom at the moment. It might get better as time goes on. We're going to bring Gineppo on. We're also going to do Adams for Armstrong and swap you two around. So we'll stick Adams up front. Armstrong is going to be the shadow striker. I say Adams up front. Ings up front. That makes more sense. So hopefully Danny Ings can get himself a hat-trick on our first game in charge. That'll be good. A lot happened in the first half. Not a lot's happened in the second half. Let's give them a fire up. I assume that's a get creative. That's what I'm going with. We've got some possible injury problems. I need to keep an eye on these because I'm not looking at them at the moment. And the time. The time is really small. The time is really small in the top corner. Right, we're going to do our final sub. It's going to be Gineppo coming off because he's picked up a knock. I don't want to bring Gineppo off. We'll bring off Romeo and we'll bring on Bertolacci. Bertolacci is going to make his debut for the club. This is where Gineppo gets properly injured. And that's not ideal. But then again, in real life, he is made of glass. First highlight of the second half has taken until the 82nd minute. Redmond's flicked head. Ings is there. Almost finds his way in at the front post, but Carl Darlow holds on. Was that the entire chance? Or are we going to see a bit more? The kick out is intercepted by Salisu. But Newcastle do have it with Miguel Almiron. Bertolacci, the Italian signee in the summer, makes a decent tackle. Ryan Bertrand collects it. He's going to run, plays it forward, finds Redmond. Back to Bertrand. Long ball would be nice now. Maybe get it on to Danny Ings. Armstrong. Forward to Ings. Lots of space for Danny Ings. Stops and goes back instead, which is a bit of a questionable thing to do, in my opinion. Ward-Prowse to Redmond. Redmond's going to run into the space, tries to get a bit more space for himself. He wants to shoot, doesn't he? You can sense it. He wants to shoot. Plays it to Stuart Armstrong. And Armstrong's effort almost finds its way past the keeper. Straight into his hands, though. Final few minutes of the game. We've got 3 minutes of normal time. Well, 4 minutes of normal time, plus any injury time, which I think because Genepo has picked up a knock, means there will be a little bit of injury time to play. Almiron's going to control that. McCarthy's well out of position. And we have conceded in the 87th minute in a game where we have dominated them. They've scored 3 goals, and they've probably had 4 shots all match. Well, this is how Football Manager 21 is going to go for me, isn't it? We've played so well. And Alex McCarthy has had a shocker. A 6.1 from McCarthy. We've got 1 minute and 40 seconds. Redmond has the ball. Ward-Prowse crosses in. Genepo heads down to Redmond on the volley. And Nathan Redmond, in the 94th minute, might have just won that for us. Right, we need to shut up shop. Tempo, very low. Time wasting all the time. Let's just... I mean, I don't know how we do that easily. That's what we're going to go for. Redmond might have stolen that for us. Redmond may well have just stolen us 3 points in our first game. There are 5 seconds left to play. McCarthy has it in his penalty area. Plays it to Walker-Peters. 95 minutes is up. The full-time whistle is seconds away now. Walker-Peters once again runs over the halfway line. Come on, referee. Do your job. Redmond collects it. He's on a hat-trick, by the way. It's a great block from Javi Manquillo. It's going to be a corner, although I don't see why we're still playing. I don't know why. Ward-Prowse is going to take this corner. Plenty of red shirts in the penalty area. The England international is taking forever. He'll get there eventually. Maybe. There he goes. He's taking the corner. Isaac Hayden heads clear. The full-time whistle goes, and we win 4-3. However, looking at the XG, we should have won 3-0. We should have won 3-0. I think that's how it works. 2.92 to their 0.58 means it should be 3-0 or 3-1 maybe. So we got the right result. We just really should not have conceded 3 goals. Okay, well, we're going to use the outstretched arms. Well done, lads. That was good. People looked inspired and motivated. That's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. I also would like to shout specifically at... Can I say... Oh, do I have to untick everyone? Oh, my word. You have to untick everyone? No, I just want to speak specifically to McCarthy and say you were garbage. Thrash arms. I'm furious with your performance. He looked inspired and motivated. That's good. Fair enough. We've got ourselves a post-match press conference as well from Sam Blackman. There was plenty of stoppage time drama here. Did you expect quite so much added on time? I was keeping time too and they got it spot on. Sure, we'll go with that. What sort of impact do you think getting a goal just before half-time had? Not a lot, to be honest. I don't think it really helped at all. Goals change games whenever they're scored. There we go. Nathan Redmond's dramatic late goal was something for you to savour. How did you rate that moment? It was no less than we deserved. Yeah, it was no less than... We did deserve to win that game. We definitely deserved to win that game. We've won our first match. It was a great match. Everything went well, kind of. Apart from them scoring 3 goals. The match certainly entertained the fans, but was it rather a more stressful experience for the manager? It was. I wasn't too impressed with our defending. No, it was on... Yeah, I mean, that one? Maybe? Sure. So we've won. We're 5th place in the table. Manchester City beat Leicester 3-0. Liverpool are top after 3-0 victory against Burnley as well. A lot of goals. Certainly a lot of goals scored, isn't there? There were 7 in our game. Moussa Genepo's injured for 1 to 2 days. Well, shut up whinging. Good job I didn't take you off them, wasn't it? So we had a bunch of debuts. We can do the post-match press conference, which I feel like the press conferences are going to get a bit tedious because there is so many press conferences. And basically you do one pre-match, post-match, then you do one at the 2 tunnel interviews. So that's 4 different press conferences around one match. If you then play 3 matches in the space of, 10 days, that's 12. That is 12 press conferences. Well, that is going to do for what will be a very, very long first episode of the Football Manager 21 beta save with Southampton. thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this, do please remember, leave a like. It helps me out massively. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you ding the bell as well so you get notifications whenever the videos go live. I will hopefully be doing these daily. Can't promise they'll be daily, but they will hopefully be daily around 5-6 p.m. UK time every single day, as long as I can get them recorded. I might even do 2 in a day, depending on how much we can get recorded in time as well.